So today we will change into the news to member. But before that, let's hear the vision, the mission, and also the programs of each of the candidate of student council. Okay, we're going to start with the lower secondary candidates. I will inform you who are the candidates for the lower secondary. Okay, the first candidate is Casey Chandrajaya from secondary 1. The second candidate is Matthew Ravanelli Ciptono from secondary 2. Okay, we will hear the explanation about the programs and also the vision and mission from the lower secondary candidates first. So I will welcome the first candidate, Casey Chandrajaya. Casey, you may speak about your vision, mission, and also programs to the audience. And for candidates, when you are speaking, please turn on your camera. Oh, sorry. Casey, internetnya sedang bermasalah. Sepertinya. Jadi kita ke kandidat nomor 2 dulu ya. So we're going to second candidate first. Matthew Ravanelli Ciptono. For Rafa,
Okay.
the time to speak about
Right.
your vision and mission for the school.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Matthew Rafael Ciptono, but you can just call me Rafa. My vision and mission for being like a Stuco leader is to help make a nice environment for both the students and the teachers, and I hopefully will accomplish that by following programs. So I have 2 programs. The first one is the support group. So basically, the support group is just basically a special session where we can basically talk and hang out, and can also talk some other stuff as well. And my thought about this is that if you're joining secondary 1, it's like in night time. So when I was back in secondary 1, the Stuco leaders, when I joined that, also had the support group, which basically functioned pretty similar. So there's the special session at every Saturday where they can talk with each other and sometimes play games even. And they also talk about some mental health related stuff like stress and other stuff. And I really want to revive the legacy that the Stuco leaders left us. So I just decided to come up with this support group. And the second one is called the Local Math Day. So basically, this is again a special session, and I will plan it to have it once per week. So it's just basically a special session where students can help each other and discuss about their math homeworks, and they could probably ask about some topics that they don't understand, and I would try to help them. And in some cases, I would just have a special game session where I would just ask them questions to revise what they have learned in math class. So I would just give them questions, and in the end of the semester or a certain semester, I would just count out how many questions they got right, and for each point they would probably get a prize or something. So that's how it kind of works. And the reasoning behind this was, since I'm a math nerd myself, as you know, I'm not trying to be cocky here, but I'm pretty good at math. And of course, I don't want everyone to be jealous of my math skills, so I decided to have this local math program to sort of help and teach the students, especially the younger ones, for topics in math class. So yeah, that's all my programs, I guess.
Okay, thank you so much, Rafa. So if I can summarize, Rafa wants to have two programs, two main programs. The first one is the support group. He wants to revive the programs before that has been done 2 years before, from the previous SUKO, where students can interact each other in the support group and do some things, play games, and then talk together. And second, we hope that our math score in the school will rise,
that's also one of my hopes as well, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I think I don't have hope for that, Rafa.
Okay, we're going back to the first candidate, Casey. I think Casey's already here. Okay, so Casey, the same. So please tell us about your vision and mission for the schools. What do you want to do in the school, and what is your programs to achieve that? Okay, the first candidate, Casey Chandrajaya, you may speak. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Good morning, teachers and students. My name is Casey Chandrajaya. I am from the secondary 1 class, and I am running for president. I'm accompanied by my vice president and the head of council chairman. So I am here for a reason, and I'm sure we all gathered here for a reason. Because the single most important thing I want to share to all of you is to vote for your future. My main idea is to expand creativity through learning. By that, I will share a little bit of backstory from my experience. So last year, I joined 2 Chinese summer camps and also a few Chinese workshops, virtual tours. And then even though it's in Chinese, it's explained in Chinese, I didn't understand most of it, but I got something to learn. I got something that contributes to my knowledge. So I guess that is the most important element in learning. So, and that is exactly what I want for our learning in the school. And as I said in the poster, if you're aware, I want to broaden our view and creativity from my programs. One of the examples are language and learning cultures of your choice. So what I mean by that is that if you, for example, are interested in Japanese, for example, or if you are interested in Korean, I and my presidency will facilitate the needs so you can have a satisfying and a very enjoying lessons and also learning in school and process as well. And then I plan to have more variative methods instead of just working on workbooks or just reading textbooks, and more fun methods such as, for example, in my workshops, in my language workshops, if you are interested in K-pop, for example, if you are interested in Korean culture, we will have a specific discussion about, for example, the trending music lyrics. We will learn from that, and maybe from trending series or movie clips discussion. So if you really are interested in that specific clip, you can discuss it in that particular meet. And we will definitely not learn from textbooks like in the old way. And my goal is to change the perception of boring learning. So most of students I interviewed still view learning as boring. So by having not boring learning, we will have regular workshops and also even extracurricular learning. So if you are interested in arts, for example, if you are interested in manga and you are very interested in how to draw, we will facilitate the needs so you can be satisfied with your results. And for example, if you are interested in music, any type, for example, pop, Japanese music and etc. We will have like a discussion on maybe how to make it, or just answer any questions you have. And then another one is also languages, for example, Korean, Japanese, or even French, maybe, I don't know, if you're interested in them. I will facilitate the needs to make sure that not only do you learn, but you enjoy learning. And I think it's an absolute important to have fun in learning, because if you don't have fun, your brain accepts less information, and then if you're not interested in topics, of course your brain retains less information. So to conclude, elect me for president, elect Casey Stephen, president and vice president, for presidency. So if you want to make a change, a big decision to your future, elect us for presidency. Decide your future on this specific day. Decide your future by voting for us. So you vote for your benefit, for your own benefit, and also for our future. And because we, the students, and we, the people, are the ones who learn. So for your future, make a difference and make a change. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, thank you very much for Casey. So Casey programs is about art and cultures, yeah. Learning about art, cultures, and anything that you like to learn. Probably like making some club, yeah, after schools, something like that. So you can choose whatever you want to learn, but creatively. Okay, that's one of the main programs that Casey wants to have in our school. Okay, so basically that's the two candidates from the lower secondary. Now we will open the session for questions and answers. Yeah, so the audience, especially the lower secondary, upper secondary, if you want to ask, is okay as well. So audience, you can ask anything about the programs, yeah, like how will you do it, what will happen, and any other details that you want to know. We have 5 minutes, yeah, for question and answer. You can raise your hand or you can write it in the chat box for lower secondary candidates. Any questions from the audience? Or comments, probably? Teachers, you may also ask questions if you want.
No, Rafa, thank you. Oh yeah, maybe I wanna have a question for Rafa and Casey. Have you prepared about the time schedule about your event? Maybe about your planned event, or can you show it to us about your time schedule?
Okay, so the question for each candidate, do you have any plan for 1 year, Mr. Lothar?
Maybe for this semester,
Next semester, yeah. Next semester, yeah. Do you have any plan? Well, which programs you want to do and when? Okay, the first one, candidate number 1, Casey, you can answer.
Yes, honestly, I'm well prepared for the future. If I win, for example, I'm already well prepared for the schedule, and that's just a little example of my programs. Actually, there is a lot of programs, and it's already prepared, it's already in schedule. But I still have to clarify some things about the schedule with the teachers as well. So yes, but personally, I have prepared, Mr. Lothar.
Thank you, Casey. How about Rafa?
Okay, so it's about the time schedule and whether I prepared for it. So, I mean, honestly, I have like a little bit of an idea. So, for the support group, I'm planning to have it for every Saturday, and I'm trying to have like 2 or 3 time sessions for those, for example, Like for example, if there's like a session at 9:30, if a student cannot join at 9:30, that's fine because they can join on the session after that, for example at 11. So that's for the support group. We're going to have it every Saturday. And for what's it called, the Math Day, I will going to have it once per week, and I'm going to have it every day after school. So, for example, I would probably have Monday, that will be the local math day for secondary 1, and Tuesday for secondary 2, and so on. So that's like just a little bit of like the schedule insight, I guess. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Rafa, for explanation.
Okay, any other questions?
Please, students and teachers, if you have any question, I'm free to answer. And if you would like to clarify something, please ask me.
Okay, if there's no question, then I want to add a question for both of you, yeah, Casey and Rafa. Mr. Ray, one.
From Hayden. Is it a question or a statement?
No, a statement.
It's a statement.
I'm sorry, Rafa. I'm sorry.
Okay, question from me to both of you. Yeah. Again, it's kind of impossible for you to realize your programs alone. So what is your strategy? This is for each and every one of you, so that your program can run smoothly.
Okay, so if there is challenges in your programs and there is something that interrupts your programs, what will you do, Casey and Matthew?
May I ask, Miss, like what type of interruption, like an example of interruption?
Again, let's say that your friends do not want to work with you, so you have a problem working with your team, with your peers, or with your with students from other levels. So how would you overcome these kinds of obstacles?
There's another question from me, similar to that. What if the people doesn't want to join your programs, for example, like your programs, it's based on interest, right? What if people have different interests? So they will, they will find, it's difficult to find one interest, right? That everyone has the same one. And for Rafa, what if they don't want to join your programs? What will you do? And Casey first, silakan.
Yes, Miss. I have a very good support council and also my vice president. But my programs will be based on of course, the students' interest, and then if I will give a choice, so it's not like an open question. It will be a choice, and then we will have every choice done in the program. So it's not like the most choice will be the only program. No, it will be lots of programs, and then it will be also very interesting for the students because it's based on their interests.
Okay, that's about interest. How about other problems? Like, for example, there is a clash in your team. Casey, what will you do as the president?
As the president, I will discuss it also with the teachers if they can provide any solution, and then also I will be consulting. I will be meeting with my vice president because he has been my vice president for quite a long time until now.
Okay, I think that's the answer from Casey. Okay, how about you, Rafa? If there is problem, no one's wants
so obviously I want to listen to criticism from some math haters out there, I guess. So my plan is to make to run the program as planned for 2 weeks or 1 week or
Oh,
any
come
short
on,
amount of
Rafa.
time. And then I will have a Google form to like ask them about how they think about the programs and what issues they have and how can I improve them. And I will probably like combine those criticism to hopefully make the program better for everyone. So that's my plan.
Okay, the question from Mr. Ray. How about the problem is about your team itself, Rafa? There is no
For the team.
teamwork.
Okay, for the teamwork. Well, I already explained about the Google form, so I would also include the question about about the team and like
So the same, yeah. You
How-
will ask.
how responsible are they in terms of like doing the program in plan and how is their attitude towards the other students and how they can improve. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so the same. You will ask their opinions, yeah, about your
Yeah.
programs. Yes, Casey, do you want to add something?
Yes, Miss. I would like to add something. Actually, this is not my council. It's just like the presidential group for the school. But I also have a support back group, Miss. So they will help, like specifically in such problems, like in inside problems, which is like team problems. For example, there is a disagreement with the vice president or with the council group.
Okay, so you have a support group. Is it
Yes,
part
yes.
of your team?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, I think the time is up for question and answer. So we will go to the upper secondary candidates. Okay, for the upper secondary candidates, the first candidates, we have Hansel Adi Firmansyah from Junior College 1. And for the second candidate, we have Chang Chin Han, also from Junior College 1. Okay, I will let the first candidate, Hansel, to explain about his programs and also vision and mission for the school. So Hansel, you may speak and please turn on your camera.
Okay, good afternoon, teachers and fellow students. I'm Hansel and I'm running for Student Council President. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone for giving me a chance to speak and for sparing your time to listen. What I want most is for our school to be a tight community and for everyone to be comfortable with each other. I want everyone to stay connected, especially during the pandemic, where everyone barely knows each other. And I want the bond between us students to be stronger and so we could all have a nice relationship where we could help build each other up. The programs that I am planning to create is movie night, where we could all have fun with our friends in time where there is absolutely no pressure from school. Another program that I have in mind is called Care Group. The purpose of this program is to be in a place where students can find comfort, where they can freely express their feelings and help each other's problems. Even though I can't promise that during my time as president I'll be able to execute all the goals I've set, what I can promise is that I will try my best to make as many positive changes to the school as I possibly can. That's it from me. Thank you everyone for listening.
Okay, thank you so much, Hansel. Okay, the next candidate, Chin Han, sudah connect belum? Have you reconnect, Chin Han?
Yes.
Okay. If there is problem with your internet connection, it's okay to turn off your camera, Chin Han.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Okay, so that's from Hansel. Yeah, a lot of programs, yeah. Movie night, care group. And now we will hear programs and vision and mission from Chin Han.
So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming here. And I'm one of the candidates who's going to elect for the president. So, for my visions and missions, for missions and visions for the school, I was thinking of creating a fun learning environment during the learning process, because I think it's what motivates us to do it. And for learning, this word learning, it doesn't mean like learning from books or something, but I think learning can be a lot of things, like out of the materials. So for example, like for introverts, we can learn how to socialize, we can learn how to coordinate with other people, and we can learn how to exchange information and how to find our goals and our destiny later on. So I want to advocate something called the comfort zone, getting out of the comfort zone, because I find that very inspiring, because it helps us to try something, to explore something different, so that we can find our interests, and we can understand how to what we want to become, our destiny and stuff. So for now, I have like 2 programs. First of all is the games, because as like a student, I realized that games is it's a place, it's a platform for us to socialize with each other, but also a platform for us to relax and chill. So I hope that games can help refresh us, so that we can be more effective for the learning process. Yeah. So for the games, I think that what I wanted to do is board games, hopefully. So for board games, I've chosen board games because board games are usually between small groups, 4 to 6 people usually, and I find small groups very comfortable, because I think like some of us we're more comfortable like within a small group. So I think if we have if we start with a small group, I think we can have like more discussions, more conversations with each other, and yeah, we can socialize better through games. And then for workshops and discussions, it suits with my other goal, which is to learn from experienced people, to exchange informations, and to reflect on ourselves, what we want to become, what are we interested in. So yeah, I hope it inspires other people. And then for the discussions, for now, I think it can be either big or small. So for big discussions, it's usually like a large group. So the good thing of a large group is that maybe we can get like a lot of informations at one time. But then I also think of smaller discussions, which it exists between a small group, so that I think that we can have better discussions. So for like people who are shy or who are introverts, they're more willing to speak around like that. Yeah, I guess that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Inhan. So your programs is about getting out of your comfort zones to learn something new, but we also need to relax, yeah? So you want to have also games. Okay, so that's the 2 candidates from upper secondary. Now it's the time for question and answer. Again, 5 minutes for questions and answer. Okay, students, teachers, you can ask any questions to the both of candidates. Okay, any questions for both of the candidates from upper secondary? Lower secondary, you can also ask, yeah, for the upper secondary if you want to ask. Okay, there's a question from Aniket from JC2. How about the school canteen? What do you mean, Aniket? Can you explain your question? Is it for later? Okay, not a question then. Okay, any other questions, Aniket? Aniket mau nanya? Oke, kalau nggak ada pertanyaan, saya mungkin menunjuk Angie, as the previous president of student council. Yeah, you have the experience about how to be a president of student councils. Please ask the questions to the candidates ya, Angie. Silakan, tolong ditanya. Based on your experience, can you give comments or tips, or if you want to ask questions, Angie, silakan. As the previous president of the upper secondary student council president, do you want to say something or give tips or ask questions?
Maybe this applies to all the candidates.
Okay, so this is for both candidates, yeah?
How do you think you would work in a team as a leader? Like, what if like your members are not cooperating, or the other students are not cooperating in like during the events? Like, how would you prepare that? And wait, I think I need more time to construct the question.
Okay, I think I get your main point, Angie. So, in an event running, and then your subordinate doesn't cooperate, right? But the event still has to go on, right? Maybe something like that.
Yeah,
so
because
what will they do? Yeah.
Yeah, because there would be like unexpected events.
Okay, so in the middle of unexpected events, when you are preparing for an event, for example, like something doesn't work or your subordinate doesn't want to cooperate, but the event still needs to go on. So what will you do? Is there any preparations that you do, Ansel and Jinha? Okay, anyone who wants to answer first? Ansel or Jinha? Okay, Hansel, can you answer first?
First of all, I would like brief on the programs or events that we were gonna create, and so there we could just ask for feedbacks on what they would think and what they think should happen, and so they would want to on how they visioned it, they could, how should I say this? Sorry.
Do you want to explain in bahasa or what?
I'm not sure how to explain this. Biar mereka bisa kasih pendapat, biar mereka kebayang maunya gimana. Jadi kita juga bisa menyesuaikan.
Okay, so if someone's not cooperating, you will ask for their opinions first, and then resolve it. So you resolve the person first. So you resolve with the person first, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know whether it's answering Angie question or not. Okay, Chin Han, how about you? What will you do, Chin Han? Because this is in the middle of the event, yeah?
So this one is in the middle of the event.
Yeah, in the middle of the event, something's happening. Yeah, what will you do? Either there is an unexpected event or your subordinate doesn't want to cooperate. What will you do, Chin Han?
So for example, if it's in the middle of the event, I think I think we have to get like a solution or like a consensus on how to deal with it. And then for the case of not cooperating, I think it was about I think like we have different ideas, definitely, like in our groups. If we have like different ideas for something, I was seeking for finding our common backgrounds. So like what our ideas, what do we have in common? And then we discussed I think like we can discuss like the reason behind like why we disagree or something. And then we can find our common background like that. And yeah, we don't try to persuade one another, but we try to let the other person understand what we're doing. And then yeah, we try to find like a common background and then try to adjust so that everyone agrees.
Okay, I think that's one, yeah, Chin Han, yeah. Okay, I don't know, Angie, is it answering or not, yeah? So that's the answer for both of the candidates. Okay, the next question from Mr. Ray. So how do you balance your personal lives to co-work and study? Yeah, mungkin Angie, you can also testify, yeah, that it's hard, right, to balance between personal lives to co-work and also study, especially when there's an event. Yeah. Okay, so answer probably now. The first one to answer is Chin Han. Chin Han.
Yes.
Okay, the question is, how do you balance your personal lives to co-work and also study?
I think it's I think like because like Stuco, it's like the events are scattered within the year. Like that. So like in certain periods it's going to be busier than other periods. So for what I'm going to do for this part, I think it's still new to me for Stuco. It's still a very new thing to me, like about time management and stuff. But personally I think that the best way to do it is to prepare. So, for example, like talking about how to balance study and Stuco, I think that, for example, for study, I can do preparations earlier, like notes or something like that earlier, so that later on during the busy times, I can put more time into the other part like that. And then for Stuco, I think like maybe before the events, like I can prepare it, like maybe doing some brainstorming or like a draft, so that the overall process is faster, or that the workload is scattered.
Okay, thank you. So it's all about time management, yeah? Okay, Hansel, how about you?
So to balance it you need to like manage your time well, and also by prioritizing according to the situation. So if there's an event that is coming up soon, I would prioritize on doing that first. And if like there is an exam the next day, I would prioritize on doing that.
Okay, that's your answer, Hansel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm a bit curious, Hansel. If there is an upcoming exam and there is an event, which one you prioritize?
I think I would like do the event, like plan the event further behind, and so like slowly doing it little by little, and also prepare for the exam.
So both, yeah, both are prioritized, yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for our question and answer session. Thank you for the both of the candidates. Yeah, I hope that we'll give you some insights on who to vote for the elections later. Yeah. Okay, is there still last question probably? Any other
Trump
questions?
2022.
Steve, you want to vote for Trump? Okay, so I will explain a bit about the election. So the election will happen today, starting from 12 p.m. So the Google form will be open on 12 p.m. soon, yeah, 13 minutes from now. And then the Google form will be closed for response at 2 p.m. Yeah, so you only have 2 hours to think about which candidates you want to vote for. And remember, lower secondary students, you can only vote for lower secondary candidates. Upper secondary students, you can only vote for upper secondary candidates. Yeah. The link for the Google form is on your email. Yeah, so you can check your email for the link. Yeah, your school email. You will need to fill in the Google form using your school email as well. Yeah, so after this, you can have your lunch, but lesson will start, will progress as usual. Yeah, so it doesn't mean that you doesn't have any lesson. Yeah, from 12 to 2 p.m. No, because you just need to fill in Google form link. Yeah, for the election. Okay, is there any other questions from the students, from the Stuco member? Any other question?
No.
No, if no, you can have your lunch. Thank you, students, for joining. Okay, Rafa?
So we'll have our normal 1 hour lunch break, right?
Yes.
Okay, I get it. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye. See
Bye.
you, guys. Please vote wisely.
It will be cancelled, right?
No. It will run as usual. Yeah, voting is only from Google Form.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Okay, Steve?
What is personal?
Okay, later probably, yeah?
No, I only want to ask, is there Definity or not now?
Definity now?
Yes.
For secondary one?
Yes.
No. So the lesson will continue after lunch. Okay, any other question?
Miss, where will be the Google form be located on?
On your email.
Okay.
Okay, the link will be
thank
on
you,
your
Miss.
email, but you cannot respond, yeah? Respond will be open on 12.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Ini siapa yang ngebuka ya? Si linknya? Tadi udah gua close ya?